Hey, welcome back to the MLG GameOn 16-player Invitational. This is a 16-player Invitational spanning across the next week, week and a half. We are closing out the final match of Group A, which is the first of 4 groups. And these games are going to be with Catz versus Puck. It's the best of 3. The winner of this will move on to the next group stage, the next 2 groups, and the loser will be out of the tournament forever, shamed from his country, and banished to the horrible
Minnesota.
country of Europe. Or Minnesota, sure. Either is equally terrible. I think we're ready to go. We're in the lobby here. The Vivitos are on. We are starting on Heavy Rain.
And these two players have actually played each other once already today in the first round match. They played on this map, and Catz actually won that one. I don't know, Puck did that really weird Stargate plus Warp Gate pressure, and then Catz just made Swarm Hosts and sent him through a Nidus and won the game.
Yeah.
That was intriguing.
Unfortunate. So one of the problems with playing against somebody like Catz, I guess you could see it as a good thing too. It sucks to have to play somebody again that you've lost to, but if it's somebody that you played straight up, they played straight up, and you lost, it's one of those things where it can be like, man, like how do I beat this guy, you know?
Yeah.
But at least with Catz, like he did weird stuff, so maybe Puck's like, as long as he
I've
doesn't
seen
do
some
that,
of the weird stuff. Maybe
Yeah.
he won't have anything else to do.
Yeah, you know.
But it's Catz. I'm pretty sure he has other things to do.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, the Swarm Host Turtle, that's kind of his reliable go-to. Like, if you can't beat it once, you're not going to change too much and be able to beat it the next time.
Definitely.
It's just a matter of outplaying it and like having a lot of experience and practice with dealing with it.
Definitely.
So I would worry for him on that kind of thing. But this is not a good half-map Swarm Host Turtle kind of map. It's just the expansions. You can secure 4 bases really easily.
Sure.
But after that, you have to start extending quite a bit and leaving yourself really exposed in other areas.
So one way to play this, it's kind of a different way. Even though it's not a good, like, split the map in half with Swarm Host, it can be good if you can get him early and apply pressure, because it is a short walk down here
Yeah.
to the third.
That's that's what we saw from him in the first game. If you can get some kind of contain set up, then
Sure,
for
yeah.
sure. But I think that's true of pretty much any map. If whatever the early game scenario is, it allows you to set up a Swarm Host contain before your opponent has a Colossus or whatever. That you're just kind of set short of a counterattack or a Warp Prison.
Yep, definitely.
An early Drone Scout again, and it reminds me of the early Drone Scout into Hatchery Block on Polar Knight, I believe. And I mean, he ended up losing that game, but I think that tactic was actually very, very strong, especially on any map where the third base is difficult to defend.
Definitely.
And this, I would say, is another map. Curious to see if he's going to go for that again, or if that was a specific strategy he was doing. Because it kind of seemed like something you could just do in general. It doesn't feel like it has too many weaknesses.
Yeah.
If your opponent's going straight for a 4-gate, maybe you die to that. Maybe that's a problem. I'm not.
But you would
entirely
scout
sure.
it coming into the base, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
One thing that I would like to see from Catz, if he is able to block that third, and I say I would like to see, but I don't know how it would work out with his specific build, but maybe a little bit earlier link speed to apply pressure to that split third. I don't know if it would be possible.
I don't think taking the third as your natural is the go-to response for that.
For Puck? Oh, possibly. Yeah,
I think that was just I don't know. I'm not really sure how you deal with that best as Protoss. It seems like a really uncomfortable situation.
And it looks like Catz is going to go for that block again.
Yeah, he is.
He's not even... Well, I mean, he doesn't need to be
he's not going to be
optimal.
mining from it.
Yeah. Well, do you know that?
That's
You never
true.
really
It
know.
is Catz.
You
He
never
can mine
really
from
know.
a few patches. I don't think he's going to saturate the base. I feel comfortable saying that much.
Okay.
I think it'll be okay. Well, he's probably putting it a little bit further away. I don't know, maybe vision
that he doesn't-
concerns.
Yeah, scouted
Puck
immediately.
only has the 1 gas here. He could still be going for a 4-gate.
Possibly, yeah. Which would be interesting as a response to this.
Yeah, because I mean his spawning pool is just now starting, and he hasn't made a gas, and he's shown a tendency to not get gas early on in CVP. He much prefers to get out queens and stuff early, but no, he's just pulling probes trying to cancel it.
I feel like...
I never like that response because it's not even his first hatchery. His expansion is already finished, and you're losing so much mining time as Protoss doing
It's
this.
21 to 17 harvesters, but he's mining like 60% of what Catz is.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I like that response because he's just gonna cancel that. It ends up costing him like 125 minerals or whatever it is.
If he wants to be a huge asshole, he can even cancel and build an Evo chamber immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know if
No, you would just get canceled too quickly. I think there's too much DPS sitting there.
you think so.
I
Well,
think so.
because you have to manually retarget with the probes. Sometimes people will pull him off immediately. But, I mean, yeah. But he doesn't go for it. He is going to pull back. Oh, God.
I love watching Catz play. I hate playing against him, but I love watching him play.
And finally, Puck will be coming back up in income. Oh, Catz is mining from 2 bases, so never mind. Catz, I don't know. I don't think that was a good response from Puck.
I'm still not sure what the proper response is, though. Because, like, when you're Forge fast expanding, you just drop a cannon, maybe you pull like 4 or 5 probes. I think it is.
I don't think going into a
Drop a
4
cannon
gate is
and
bad. You just drop 3 more gateways and just go, because I mean, if
maybe,
you...
but Catz is already putting down a spine crawler. If he actually thinks it's going to be a 4 gate, he puts down 3 spine crawlers instead.
Maybe, yeah.
4 gate is such an all-in. It's just...
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm curious, because I've literally never seen it done before today. Seen someone go hatchery block against gateway expansion.
Sure.
It's a semi-common, well, particularly for Catz, but for others as well, to hatch block when you see a Forge FE and your drone is there in time.
Mm-hmm. But against gateway first, it's not very intuitive, yeah.
Because it used to be, people would be very worried about one base pressure off gateway expansion, but the current meta is gateway, then expansion, then pressure, and just straight one base pressure isn't nearly as good anymore just because everyone knows how to deal with it now.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. But whatever it is, they now both have expansions up. Catz has double gas going. I believe that was his lair started as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Speedling for map control. Already has a couple extra queens out for creep. So Catz is right exactly where he wants to be, actually. Putting down Roach Warren. Curious what that's going to be. Yeah, his 2-base lair has seemed more geared towards the lair tech. Maybe he's going to do quick burrow roach, quick roach speed, something along those lines.
Here's a question. I don't actually know the answer. Do tunneling claws roaches move faster than non-speed roaches? Didn't they just recently buff the speed on them again?
I don't actually know.
Because tunneling claws roaches move pretty fast.
It has to be pretty close.
Maybe, yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. I'm not sure.
But
they do move very, very fast underground now, relatively speaking.
Oh, nice force. Damn, these force fields are so good.
Puck does have very good unit control.
I feel like I'm watching, who did people used to get off on that all the time? Was it MC? Yeah.
MC, yeah.
Dude, force fields have just been really, 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 really on point. Damn. Just really good. Normally in tournaments, like, you hear people chugging and whatnot, but, like, this is... The force fields that that Puck has been throwing out have been really good. Really impressed with that.
Is this actually a 4-gate? How many gateways does he have? It's a 6 gate.
3, 4, 5, 6. Of course.
Roach speed is on the way, infestation down, but he does not have really any units at all. He's 12 lanes in production.
Yep.
There's enough force fields that's not going to matter.
So you can see from a Zerg perspective, this is the kind of stuff, when you get somebody like Puck who can execute at a high level, and then you throw in builds like this, it becomes a nightmare to deal with as a Zerg player. Because Huck's force fields are really good. His execution is almost flawless. So big all-ins like this can be a nightmare to hold off. Cat's trying to counter with the links, but now I think he realizes that there's a lot more to deal with here than he originally thought.
And this is something Puck has really improved on recently. He's gotten much more diverse in his build orders. He used to be very tech all-in oriented and or macro games, but this kind of warp gate all-in, this is something he would not have done before.
Nice hallucinations there of those zealots up front.
They're not actually taking any damage just yet, but they're still cute anyway.
Yeah.
And everything's trapped in force fields. Everything's just going to die now. Catz has no units whatsoever.
Catz lost all of his lings over here trying to take out the pylon, so didn't accomplish much there.
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah.
I guess Puck was not kidding when he said he wanted quick games.
Yeah.
He does not want to face a Swarm Host today. 6 Swarm Hosts.
I don't know if
I don't think that's going to be enough at this point, though.
Be here in time?
No.
To prevent massive damage?
You can just run around killing stuff, avoiding the locust.
Maybe,
Force field off the ramp.
Oh, he is going to try to kill him immediately. I would like to see force fields go down. Force fields to keep him from burrowing. Oh, they're going to burrow anyway. But they didn't get down in time.
That was anticlimactic.
Nice.
Well, Puck has experienced the turtle swarm host play, and he does not want to play against that again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps applying early pressure like this in all of the games this series.
Yeah, definitely.
But more committed early pressure.
Which is where he excels at anyway.
Yes, he's very comfortable with it. I mean, and we've been talking about his control every game
Catz
he's played
typing
today.
up some BM? What's going on? Oh, we're not even following this. Oh. Okay. I guess this is the final fight.
If you can call it a fight, yes.
Oh,
and the Swarm Host survives. Moral victory for Catz.
Yeah.
Unupgraded locusts aren't actually that scary. Those die a lot faster than I'm used to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also like a big army sitting on top of them, and it's only like 3 of them. So, yeah. Looks like Catz was going for a similar style that he did the first time he played Puck on this map, but Puck not taking.
He even had the Roach Warren. It seemed like he knew something could be up. Because he didn't make that Roach Warren at all in the first game. He just went link straight into Infestation Pit. Had the Roach Warren. He just didn't make units in time. He definitely had the ability to. He had plenty of economy. He already had the tech that he needed. No, I don't know. That was weird.
This is something that I've noticed, and I can't explain this, but there are players that have these really kind of, we'll say cheesy. Players that have these really cheesy but powerful builds that they'll do on ladder. They rehearse them perfectly. They're really fucking strong. You play against them and you lose against it a lot and you think it's dumb. And then they get to the tournament, and it seems like every player feels like I have to play normal macro styles.
That happens a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
I don't know why. Like, a lot of people...
I think it's risk aversion. They're like,
maybe
this works a lot for me, but I know it's supposed to be risky.
Yeah.
And my opponents
and
kind
they
of
end
know
up like
how
mind
I play.
fucking themselves out of because like because I know like any pro player saw like what SOS did with cannons and was like, yeah, I mean, of course it works like that. Like, but then everybody else sees it and is like, oh my god, like in a turn, oh, that's so amazing. It's like that shit's worked like since Wings of Liberty, but like nobody does it, you know. And we kind of saw the same with Puck earlier. We're like, I know that he can execute really well, and I know that he can do that, but then he opts for macro games against Catz. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, do what you're good at. Like, don't be scared to come to a tournament. I mean, I say that I don't have a lot of tournament experience, but I mean, like, it just seems strange that Protosses that excel at certain things will come to tournaments.
There's definitely a level of mind gaming yourself. It actually goes the other way as well. I mean, back when I was competing, I was obviously known as like a pure macro player, so I always felt like in a best of X series against someone, particularly if someone was better than me, I always felt like I really should include some kind of cheese because they're going to be counting on me playing a macro game. I need to mix it up. And sometimes that's good. If you're a very diverse player, then it's good to mix that in. It's good to mix things up. But if you're not good at cheesing or you're not good at playing a macro game, you should stick to your strengths. It's the same kind of thing, like the second guessing yourself we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You're going to end up with the worst of both worlds if you don't actually just do what you're good at, if you're not good at the other things.
Definitely.
But yeah.